Apologies and promises from the nation's biggest car repair chain. It was 7 years ago after an NBC4 ITeam investigation uncovered cheating at some Jiffy Lube locations here in Southern California. So we wanted to find out what's changed since their practices were first exposed.
After a 4-month investigation undercover, the NBC4 ITeam has some answers for us. Joel Grover is here with us right now and has results of the investigation. Joel.
Well, Colleen and Chuck, insiders have been calling me for months to say some Jiffy Lubes are once again cheating unsuspecting customers. So we conducted the most elaborate hidden camera investigation ever at NBC4. We uncovered what insiders say are new tricks and new tactics at some stores in this nationwide chain with 22 million customers a year.
Okay, I'm pulling in.
We're taking you undercover to this Jiffy Lube, where our multiple hidden cameras and some invisible ink help us expose, I'd like to speak with you, what could be an illegal scheme. How are we treated at this Jiffy Lube?
To me, it's criminal.
Bruce Hodgkiss is a former investigator with the California Bureau of Automotive Repair.
The transmission looks fine.
We asked him to thoroughly inspect
Battery cables, they're nice and clean.
this Toyota Tundra. Does this car need any repairs?
It doesn't need any immediate repairs.
Then I marked my initials on parts of the car with invisible ink. And we wired the car with hidden cameras from top to bottom.
Yeah, I'm here for an oil change.
But at this Jiffy Lube in Linwood, a service advisor named Martin tells us our car needs a lot of work.
What's the total cost?
$649.
And he says he won't charge us for a new air filter.
And then I'll throw in a free air filter.
But there was a hidden camera in the grill of our car, and it shows Jiffy Lube just took out the old air filter and minutes later put the old one back in, but still charged us
$60, $80.
for a brand new one. We know we didn't get a new filter because after we left, I checked the air filter in our car and found it was the old one with my initials in invisible ink. Back to our visit at that Linwood Jiffy Lube.
The transmission oil.
Martin also told us our car needed a transmission flush.
We checked out the oil, it came in close to empty and it was really dirty.
But our hidden camera shows they never even touched the transmission dipstick to check the fluid. If they had checked, they would have seen it had just been changed, in this case by 2 other Jiffy Lubes.
This is the belt right here.
And Martin says we need to replace our car's belt.
It's worn out.
We let them replace it and asked for the old one back.
This is the old one. Okay.
Yeah, this is the old one.
And had another mechanic put that old belt back in our car. Then we had another customer take the car back to Linwood. Now listen to what Martin says about the same belt he had said was worn out.
The belt's good.
You were robbed.
Former state investigator Hodgkiss watched our undercover video.
I would love to have seen the police come in right after you and take this guy away in handcuffs.
You charged us for a transmission service that you never did. It was 7 years ago that NBC4 caught some LA area Jiffy Lubes charging us for repairs they didn't do.
Letting even one customer down is one too many.
Jiffy Lube apologized and promised to make system-wide changes to stop cheating. Has it stopped?
It has not stopped, not one bit.
This former Jiffy Lube manager asked us to protect his identity.
It's gone worse, if anything.
Like the apparent trick they used to sell us a new car battery at this store on La Brea near Hollywood.
We did test out your battery. The battery does need to be replaced.
But we tested our battery just before we came here and it tested good. But at Jiffy Lube, we noticed they entered incorrect numbers into their testing device, saying our battery should be putting out 850 amps of power instead of the 700 amps it's supposed to.
This is the battery test. It says replace battery.
Guaranteeing our battery would fail their test.
They were trying to trick you. They were trying to sell you something that wasn't needed.
And our expert says this shop also tricked us into a $139 air conditioning service.
The air conditioner freon is low.
But our hidden cameras show they never even turned on the AC. And they didn't do any of the tests on the air conditioning lines, tests required by state law, like this one done at another shop. They told us our air conditioning wasn't working right. But they didn't even test it.
Yeah, that happens at every location.
And there's no leaks there.
Remember, our experts said our test car didn't need any repairs.
You're looking at about 755.
But of the 11 Jiffy Lubes we tested, 7 tried to sell us services we didn't need, according to our expert, by making false and misleading statements, which is against California law.
They flat out lied, and it appears they had the intent to lie.
How would the employees explain that? Martin, I'm Joel Grover with NBC4. Can I talk to you?
No.
So we tracked down. You're Louis Peralta?
Yes, I am.
Their boss. It appears your people cheated us.
I'm still investigating. I have no idea what happened, so once I finish my investigation, then I'll let you know.
After customers see our undercover video, how do you expect them to trust Jiffy Lube?
I expect them to trust us no matter what.
So what does the Jiffy Lube company, which is owned by Shell Oil, think about what we uncovered? Well, we asked to sit down with company executives, show them our undercover video, and hear their explanation, but they declined our offer. In a statement to NBC4, Jiffy Lube said, "We take all allegations regarding technician performance at our franchise service centers seriously and encourage customers who are dissatisfied with their service to contact us." Well, customers and more insiders are already contacting us, and we'll bring you more as this story unfolds.